Going on? Bacon craft, I guess that's what that is. I can't see who's in here. Maybe that's because I'm also streaming this on Facebook as well, so I don't know who's in here. So this is drone footage from earlier. Started trying to post it, but I was buffering, and somebody let me know if I'm still buffering, please. I'm in a I'm in a I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. But so this is drone footage from earlier this morning. There was a police standoff um, on US 24 in Napoleon, Ohio, however you say that. Um, woke up in the morning and I woke up a little early and noticed there was flashing lights on the ramp, the direction I was going, and it wasn't time for me to go yet, so I went into the truck stop and got me some coffee. And so a little while later, I pulled up to the fuel pump to get some fuel. Noticed they were still there. Then I noticed that there were no traffic going east or west on the highway. So I pulled around the truck stop to see the highway, and that's when I seen this scene that you're seeing right now. Of course, from the ground. Um, the thumbnail from this video is while I was sitting there looking. I was trying to get my camera out to record what I'm seeing, but it just was real grainy, so I didn't go live right then. And the screenshot is from that police officer. Kind of commandeered my truck and told me to open up the passenger side door. Open up the passenger side door, let him in. And what up, Leo? I let him in the truck here, and he had his binoculars. He was looking from this way. There is an update to this. Leo, I'm about to get with one of y'all later to figure out how to play like news programming on here. Everybody, y'all can hear me okay, right? Can you hear me okay? You put a one in there if you can hear me all right. I don't know if you can hear me. It shows my mic is on. Can y'all hear me okay? No, that wasn't you, man. That wasn't you doing the standoff. Can y'all hear me okay though? In and out. What's up, firm? Nice to see you in here. So I'm gonna need help on trying to upload video from like I got a couple news broadcasts off of. Thank you. I got a couple news broadcasts off of the news program WTOL 11 or whatever it was. They showed up. Lady tried to buy some footage from me, and well, she said, "Can I get some footage?" I said, "How much you got?" She laughed. I laughed and walked away. But that's another story. But I can't upload that video here. I'll actually show you what it looks like when I try to play that. So it shows up, and this is all it does. I can't actually get into it to actually unmute it so you guys can hear it. So that's that. Um, yeah, you can post a link. Um, so I just wanted to update everybody that was watching earlier. Uh, that guy did pass away from a self-inflicted wound. Um, that guy was 38 years old, man. And I'll just read what the news article says. Hope that's the right order. I don't know if that's the right order. Yep, a man died from a self-inflicted wound Wednesday morning following a pursuit that began in Wood County and ended with an hours long standoff on US 24 in Henry County. According to Napolen police, the Wood County Sheriff's Office attempted to stop a vehicle with Kansas plates around 4:17 a.m., but the driver did not stop and a pursuit was initiated with speeds reaching in excess of 100 mile an hour. Um, Police said Henry County deputies joined the pursuit near McClure and flattened a tire on the vehicle at County Road 11 on US 624. The car eventually came in a stop on US 24 westbound near the Industrial Avenue overpass. According to police, the driver, identified as 38-year-old man from Kansas, brandished a handgun as law enforcement approached the vehicle. Okay, now let me see this other one here. Is that the same one? So, um, they said they tried to approach and negotiate the subject. He refused to do so for approximately 4 hours. US 24 was shut down in both directions as they attempted to negotiate. Um, I think they said at 8:21 a.m. it was a he he took his own life, unalived himself, as they say. Um, but they did use tear gas and other non-lethal stuff to actually. And if there's the video right there of the news people, I turned around and zoomed in, came in on them. Um, there was video on the news report when the lady that came out and was talking to us. She said when she had relocated herself to the ramp, and she said she heard gunshots. Now they might not have been gunshots. It might have been the 40 or something less lethal that was fired at this gentleman. Um, and then after that, she heard a single gunshot. Now I don't know. No, this is the one that was in um, Ohio. I seen that one earlier from South Bend. I haven't got to dig into it that much, but I don't know who sets the time limit on talking to somebody who's considered unaliving themselves. You know, who sets the time limits on that? You know, this guy's got to be in some kind of emotional or mental state to where he got pulled over. He went on the high speed pursuits. He got flattened tires. Now he's laying there on the side of the road. You know, dead. you know, um, and from what the news lady said, and I'm not saying she's right. I'm just saying what I heard so far, that she didn't hear the gunshot until after she heard several rounds going off, which she pretty much thought they were like beanbag rounds, something. She said she seen a little smoke or whatever. Um, so one did pass away there. Yeah. So I don't know, man. You didn't see any like, and I left probably about, according to their time of what happened. I left probably about 30 minutes at the most before he actually unalived himself. And there was like not a bear cat there. There wasn't somebody on the loudspeaker trying to talk to him. Um, and I'm not saying that those resources were even available at the moment. They should have been. They should have been. If what she's saying is true, that they didn't hear him unalive himself until after the police shot whatever they shot into the vehicle. You know, when we gonna start talking to people, man? And who says 4 hours is enough time? You might have needed all day. Yeah, it was an inconvenience. Traffic was shut down. Commerce stopped. Um, but traffic was flowing except for that small amount of traffic that you guys seen sitting on the highway facing westbound there. Um, but eastbound, they were jumping off at the ramp before and actually going around. And once we figured out how to get out of there, we actually left out of there going backwards and went to the next exit and, jump right on the highway, you know. But clearly, this guy didn't unalive himself, according to what she's saying, allegedly, until after they fired into the vehicle. But there wasn't anybody on loudspeaker talking to him. What you see on the video right there is uh, three different rifles pointed at that guy right now, and I'm upset that I didn't take my drone across the road there and turn it around and face the vehicle. I actually seen some more pictures, and he actually was sitting, you know, with both of his feet on the ground inside of the car. You can see the doors open right there now, but he was sitting, with it to his head, but he was faced outside. So, a guy considering doing that to himself, he's probably wanting law enforcement to do it anyway. He probably didn't have the guts to do it until, he thought he was being fired upon, and then they, he unalived himself. But would they still be talking on the side of the road if they never fired those tear gas rounds or whatever they fired into his vehicle? Would he still be alive if they never did that? I guess we'll never know. But I'm just saying, man, I actually been thinking about this all day since I left. If this guy, unalived himself, or did he just go to jail? Yeah, don't nobody want to be in jail, but don't nobody want to be dead either. You know, and that's really all I have to say about it, man. It was a white guy, 38 years old, from Kansas. Um, I don't care if he was white or black. I'd have the same opinion on what happened this morning. So I just said that so no one thinks like it's a race thing. It's not that. It's a human being thing. It's a life thing. It's a human life. You know. Um, and I think that's just crazy that he didn't take his life allegedly until after they fired. And I think there should have been more resources out there. Up until the time I left, there was no loudspeaker trying to talk to him or no nothing. It's just a bunch of guys with guns pointed at him, Yeah. And that's the news lady there that she actually left and came back and asked could she get some footage and asked her how much money she had. She laughed, I laughed, and kind of moved on. That's why I walked up to where I'm at right now, away from them talking. That other driver's actually doing an interview on the news there. That's crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to give everybody an update because I did kind of leave everybody hanging this morning with this story, and I was concerned about it all day too. I guess not concerned, or maybe I don't know, worried, or I don't know. I just wonder what happened to this person, and now we know. Um, in the news conference, she started her conference right after the shots went through. Within 5 minutes, they had eastbound traffic flowing. Westbound was still closed. They had the car covered, and part of the ground covered on the driver's side. So he probably was not all the way in the vehicle, but yeah. So I'm gonna get over here. That's the end of that video. Um, like I said, I had it up about 15 minutes, but yeah. I think we should talk more. I think we should talk more to people. You know, everybody's time frame ain't the same. You might be able to talk one person down in an hour, another person down in 4 hours, but you know, it is what it is, I guess, man. But that's crazy. But that's all I wanted to talk about on this live. I just want to get everybody updated because I left for everybody hanging this morning. But again, if I see something, I'm gonna pick up my camera just like you should. And I guess that's gonna be it for now. Please hit that like button on your way out. And tell a friend and tell a friend to subscribe. I'm really trying to grow this channel. It's slowly creeping up there, but I think we could do a lot better than where we at right now. So just tell a friend to tell a friend about this channel so we can get some more traction on this channel. And I appreciate everybody jumping in like always. Missing a few people, but it's still early, like Pink and Tiff. But it's still early. I'm usually out late, so it's whatever. But tell a friend to tell a friend, hit that subscribe button. Deuces.